A mother and her 2 children were hit by a truck while in a crosswalk on their way to school today in Town and Country. Good evening, I'm Stacy Scheibel.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us. This really is just awful. One of the children, a 6-year-old girl, was killed. News Channel 8's Victoria Lucas joining us from Sheldon Road. That's near where it happened. The video's hard to watch. It's just horrific, Victoria.
Keith, Stacy, horrific, devastating, and that video really emphasizes just how devastating this whole situation is. Now, we've stopped it just before the moment of impact, and we do want to warn those of you watching, it may be difficult to watch. A video we've obtained from a neighbor shows a mother, her 10-year-old and 6-year-old crossing the street on Sheldon Road in Town and Country early Tuesday morning around 7:40. We're stopping the video here as the moments just seconds after are too devastating to watch.
The driver exiting from or turning from Moore Road southbound onto Sheldon Road failed to realize that they were in the crosswalk where he struck them.
Undersheriff Thomas St. John says the 77-year-old driver had a green light, but the family was lawfully in the crosswalk and had the pedestrian signal.
The pedestrians always have the right of way. End of story.
6-year-old Rosangela Segundo Osorio died at the scene. Her mother and brother were both taken to St. Joseph's Hospital for broken bones and other multiple injuries. The driver was also sent to the same hospital for further medical evaluation. Ihab Ismail, father of a 3-year-old, couldn't help but listen to the press conference held by officials.
Such a small, young child, a soul, a whole life to live. And it's just the way anything can just happen at an instant like that is it's very sobering, but it's also very saddening as well.
Lorraine Taffanelli echoing the same sentiment.
It hits harder because, and it should hit harder to every mother out there, because every woman, anyone who's lost someone.
Truly heartbreaking. Now I'm going to go off script here. Keith, Stacy, we just got new information. I just got off the phone with the principal of Faith Outreach Academy. It's a private school that's about a mile from here. That is where the little girl, that 6-year-old little girl, went to school. First grade. The principal tells me they are sending their condolences to the family. 2 teachers just spoke to me right here in the parking lot where that child and her mother and brother are said to live. The community is shaken right now. And as for the driver, he has been cited for a violation of right-of-way, and that comes with a $1,000 fine and also a 6-month license suspension. Live in Town and Country, Victoria Lucas, 8 on your side.
A family stood before Tampa City Council today pleading that the investigation into their son's untimely death be reopened. Ishmael Koss Jr. was hit and struck by a dump truck while on the job back in March. News Channel 8's Alessandra Young spoke today with the grieving family.
The Koss family tells me months later, and they are still fighting for justice for their son. And one thing they've gone without this entire time, they say, is answers.
Ishmael Koss Jr. was hit and killed in March of this year, trying to do his job. Today, his mother stood before Tampa City Council grieving her son.
My son's death cannot be dismissed as a simple mistake.
Koss Jr. was working for the moving company College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving. Part of his job duties were to place these snipe signs along roadways for advertising.
We feel that he shouldn't have been going out of his vehicle, getting out of a safe environment to go out and put a snipe sign out that was illegal.
Per local ordinance, you are not allowed to place a sign up without a permit. College Hunks had been cited 4 times previously for this practice. Koss Jr. was killed when he was hit by a dump truck driver while trying to place one of these signs along North 50th Street in Tampa. Today, College Hunks sent us this statement, quote, "Our team's safety and well-being are always our highest priority. This tragedy resulted from the actions of a reckless third-party commercial truck driver. We continue to extend our deepest condolences to the Koss family." In April, the family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against College Hunks, the driver, and the dump truck company.
We believe that putting out something illegal should be more than just a fine. If you're putting something out illegal, large companies like College Hunks has the money to pay for those fines. When they need to have a better system.
The driver, Thomas Brian Neves Batcher, was given a traffic citation. The family is now asking that the Tampa Police Department reopen that investigation.
We would like them to hold the driver accountable. I want them to do a full investigation.
TPD stands by their investigation and says it's concluded. Ishmael Koss Jr. was a month away from turning 21 and starting his new career as he joined the Navy.
I asked college hunks twice if they are still using this practice to put up signs, and they did not give me an answer. In Tampa, I'm Alessandra Young, 8 on your side.
Fewer flights and more chaos. Tampa International is one of the 40 major airports where the FAA will cut flights just before the weekend and the upcoming busy holiday travel season. Good evening, I'm Stacy Scheibel.
And I'm Keith Kate. Thank you for joining us tonight. Some airlines are already starting to cancel flights scheduled for tomorrow.
Now travelers are worried about widespread delays here and all across the country because of a shortage of air traffic controllers amid the government shutdown. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is at Tampa International tonight. Jeff.
Good evening, Stacy and Keith. Well, tomorrow is the big day when this FAA mandated 10% reduction in flights will take effect, and Tampa is one of the airports that will be impacted. But right now, no one is certain just how bad it will get.
This morning, dozens of football fans from Boston arrived at Tampa International Airport to see the Patriots play the Bucs this weekend. Getting home may not be as easy as getting here for them.
Oh, another day in the sun, it looks like it might be.
Bob Checka doesn't seem to be too worried about staying another day in Tampa, as long as he doesn't have to spend it inside.
I hope we just don't get tied up at the airport all day for a couple of days. That's the problem.
But other travelers we spoke with are worried about how the government shutdown will impact their travel plans.
It seems to me that the cascading delays could be huge. If you cut 10% of flights or you do slowdowns at the 40 largest airports because of staffing shortages, that just creates a chaotic math formula that I don't know how you solve that one.
Travel expert Terry Ward says flights across the country will be impacted.
People kind of don't know what to expect. Tomorrow is going to be the big day when we start to see the impacts of this. They're predicting 3,500 to 4,000 flights a day being canceled or delayed.
She says travelers should check their flights often.
This is a time, if you have travel plans, you'll want to be flying nonstop as often as possible. If your travel is not urgent, I would think about rescheduling, starting tomorrow for the next few days while we figure this out.
Early flights typically have fewer delays than later flights in the day, but right now no one is certain how this FAA mandated reduction in flights will impact even those early flights. If you do get a flight out, regardless of where you're going, expect it to be full as airlines combine flights and passengers into fewer planes to try to get people where they are going. Live in Tampa, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side.
Tourists heading to St. Pete Beach may soon have to pay to play. The mayor of the Barrier Island is proposing tolls for all 3 access points in the city. News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast is live at the base of the Corey Causeway. That's where one of those tolls could be built. Ryan.
Keith, the toll proposal plan is still in its infancy, but the mayor of St. Pete Beach laid out the general framework right here at City Hall HQ on Monday. He says this is not for the residents, not for the business owners, and not for their employees that work here. But the people that want to come visit this beachfront area would have to be forced to pay to play and have a tax on tourism. On your way to this barrier island, St. Pete Beach Mayor Adrian Petrilla says, be prepared to take out your wallet.
The city needs roughly $200 million to bring our infrastructure up to good functioning condition.
The solution to broken seawalls, destroyed businesses, and stormwater damage across the city? 3 toll plazas charging a fee onto the island at the north, central, and south access points at the minimum. The exact fee, that's still up for debate.
It's already a time when business is down from the hurricane, from people already struggling. It's just one more, burden on the common people that just, want to enjoy the beach.
The owner of the Toasted Monkey says his spot is one of many beachfront restaurants and bars that relies on outsiders to make ends meet.
It's just disheartening. It's just another tax for a mismanaged city. That's all it is.
Mayor Petrilla claims the tolls could add over $100 million in revenue over 10 years. Based on FDOT's numbers, that 60,000 people make the trip to the coastal community daily. His challenger in the upcoming March election says there's better ways to find the money.
They're going to go down to Terra Verde, and they'll take their business elsewhere. And so I think this proposal is very short-sighted. and it's going to hurt our city's soul.
Some commissioners also speaking against the plan at Monday's city meeting. So far, there's no hard deadline for anything in writing or a vote.
The devil's in the details, and there's a lot of details there.
Now, Keith, we did reach out to the mayor's office to hash out some of the finer details here, hard deadlines, things like that, but he was not available today. In Monday evening's meeting, discussions did happen on what the next steps would be. That would be a feasibility study to see if this is all worthwhile. We're live on St. Pete Beach tonight. Ryan Arbogast, 8 on your side.
It is a key sticking point to the ongoing federal shutdown, the cost of health care under the Affordable Care Act.
Insurance premiums may be going up significantly for more than 4 million people in the state of Florida. News Channel 8's Eden Hodges spoke to a couple of residents about the impact they're already seeing. She joins us live in Tampa tonight. Eden.
Hey, Jen, insurance premiums have gone up, but so have deductibles and those maximum out-of-pocket costs. It was enough for one woman to consider taking the risk of going altogether uninsured.
We do the best we can, but we can't afford $40,000 a year in just healthcare premiums.
Some people are getting a shock after opening renewal letters from their health insurance companies.
For the first time in our lives, we will go without health insurance. We will be part of the uninsured in Florida, which just blows my mind, honestly. And how is that acceptable?
Insurance premiums on average could increase around 30%. And for people who are getting subsidies to help pay for their premium, the cost could more than double.
I'm not asking for a handout. I'm just asking for an affordable plan.
Congresswoman Kathy Castor invited Tampa business owner Linda Meisner to speak at her press conference Monday.
When coverage isn't affordable, people will drop their health insurance and end up at the ER or go without and be sicker, and that will impact all of us.
Castor said the issue was the line in the sand that Democrats have drawn in the government shutdown.
It will impact what we pay for our health insurance. It will impact when you show up at the emergency department. It will show up in chronic diseases across the community.
In a statement from Republican Congressman Gus Bilirakis, he says he has consistently called for serious discussions about the urgent need to address the premium tax credits. He adds the program may need adjustments to prevent fraud and ensure that assistance goes to those with legitimate financial need. Castor was pretty adamant about not ending this government shutdown until those premium tax credits are addressed. In Tampa, I'm Eden Hodges, 8 on your side.
A Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputy says he was forced to shoot a man today to save the man's 7-year-old brother. According to the sheriff's office, the man who was shot and killed has a history of mental illness and domestic violence. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us live tonight. He's at the sheriff's office in Ybor City. Jeff.
Good evening, Keith. We have dramatic video tonight of these events as they unfolded yesterday in Brandon. Now, this video may be difficult for some people to watch, but tonight the deputy involved is being praised for saving the life of a 7-year-old child.
Hey, sheriff's office, make yourself known.
This is video from inside a home on Alpine Drive in Brandon. As Deputy Antonio Gonzalez arrives on scene, a family member tells the deputy her 27-year-old brother is holding her 7-year-old brother in a back room with a knife.
Child out, please.
What was that?
Stay in the child. Bring the child out of the room. Drop the knife and bring the child out of the room.
The deputy commands 27-year-old Mario Camacho to come out. But when he hears a young voice inside the room beg him to break down the door, the deputy takes action.
Let me see your hands right now. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Drop the knife.
The deputy takes just one shot, fatally wounding Camacho. Hillsborough County Chief Deputy Joseph Maurer says the deputy on scene had few options.
Heroic by the deputies, but in the grand scheme of things, tragic for that family right now.
Maurer says Camacho has a history of mental health issues and domestic violence, and he asked families to seek help before situations turn violent.
And if you have any issues with mental illness and you need help, you need to reach out to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. Dial 211. Get in touch with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, and we can send our behavioral resource unit out here.
The deputy involved in this incident has been with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for 5 years, but he spent 4 years as a detention deputy. He's been on the streets as a street patrol deputy for just 11 months. Obviously, a lot for that deputy to process as well tonight, Keith.
A lot for everyone, not the least of which is that 7-year-old child that was being held there. The man who was shot and killed, though, Jeff, he was wearing some type of a helmet. Is that right? Do you know why?
The sheriff's office tells us he was wearing a motorcycle helmet and 2 ballistic vests with body plate armor. We're not sure why, but obviously this deputy had to aim very carefully to protect the life of that 7-year-old child. And in the part of the video that we're not showing, after the shot is fired, deputies remove that child from the scene. He's okay, but obviously very upset.
For sure. Jeff Patterson live in Tampa for us. Thank you.